Take three. Take three. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather, and as you know, we have always considered the batch of cookies that are coming from Crumble quite soft. They don't taste as good, but they are quite soft. Back to you, Mitch. Okay. Hey guys, this is Softestbun, and I wanted to talk to you all about why I left Zepeto. Girl, eating that articulation. Okay. So, I joined Zepeto back in 2018 when I was being promoted by a singer I really like named Prin. She had just finished her run on this Star 12, and I still listen to her music today. But the more important thing about that is when I joined Zepeto, I was still in a K-pop forum, and I was close to a lot of people. And a lot of these people I talked to back then, I still speak to this day. And what essentially happened is when we saw Zepeto, we were like, holy moly, we can connect in a completely different way. And we did. We did so many cool things. We did so many videos. We made groups. We took pictures, the works. As a matter of fact, when I started on Zepeto, I was literally there in my college, what do you call that? The college lobby. It was the student union. And my friend and I were sitting there, and it was like literally Zepeto had just dropped hours earlier, and we were just downloading everything. We were like, we're gonna wear this. In case you guys didn't know, originally, Zepeto was not like a social media app how it is. It was originally just an avatar, and we were having so much fun, and we were just like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and we loved it. And to this day, I feel like I still have some care and love for Zepeto as an app. I have significant care for the creators who are on there, except for the ones who are stealing from Sims creators. Y'all need to get it together. In case you guys didn't know, there's a big problem of Sim creators stealing from Sims creators, and y'all deserve some hands. So what I did on Zepeto is how do I even explain this? My friend Goldie, you guys have met her before. You guys have met her before and you have seen her on my page. We had this big blowout argument on one of our Discord servers. And I got mad at her, but then while we were like having issues, I decided I wanted to try something out. Oh my god, I just realized it wasn't that. It was after I had an argument with Riri. Yes, it's true. But I started making dramas on Zepeto. Yeah, like full-on plots, and I created this thing called Golachu, Golden, Llama, and Chew. In case you guys didn't know, my original username is Llama Bean. It was so weird because people on here call me Softest or Bun, but yeah, my nickname for a long time has been Llama. So Golden, Llama, and Choo. You guys have not probably seen her on my page, but she's a friend of ours, and we were a trio, and we were making music videos, and we had created this group, and then once we did 2 seasons of that show, and then we went on to Zepeto 101, and like, I kid you not, I believe we were the first people to do it, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and we just basically did the whole Produce 101 regalia. We put on the outfits, we did the performances, we did everything, and it was with some friends and with some other people that we actually didn't know. So, aside from that, in 2020, I want to say, Isuhyun released Alien, and for that year, for the Halloween contest, I dressed as her, and I did an edit of it, and that was my first edit that I ever did on Zepeto. But days later, I want to say, maybe weeks later, actually, I don't know, but there is this user I follow called Mean Girls, and one day I went into my phone, and I was setting up to take a picture for an edit, and instead of me loading in, she loaded in. And I made an edit of it, and I loved it, and she liked it, and she reposted it, and that was what really got me going and increased so much traction. And I made music videos because I love making music videos. And recently, back in December, I joined the Zepeto class, the mentor class, and I joined Tulip's group. And Tulip, I love her items. I loved her 3D print. I actually own that sweater. The sweater was like 3D knit, and it has like the flowers, and I learned to make so many things. And when I tell you, I was making things, guys, like I was making pants, I was making shoes, I was making corsets, I was making tops, I was making dresses, I was making sweaters, I was making hats, I was making everything I could think of because I had finally been told how to do it, and I was so excited, and I just ran with it, and it was so fun. And of course, you guys already know my pride and joy. I created Sprouts, and I wish I could finish it. As a matter of fact, I will be finishing Sprouts on Sims. So please look out for that. If you guys want to follow that story and you still want to know what happens afterwards, follow me on my Moo YouTube channel, and you will be seeing Sprouts and how they evolve. The only thing is I have to remake my characters in Sims, so it's getting kind of weird and Now, as to why I left Zepeto, let's start off here. To begin with, when it comes to Zepeto, the Zepeto app does not work for me, and it hasn't worked for me for a very long time. You see, I put in several tickets about this, and I replaced my SIM card, I did a whole lot of things, and Zepeto, they never helped. They never reached out to me. Even though I would send in my ticket, I would put in my ticket and they would be like, here is how you should fix it, and they would make the ticket resolved. Even though they never gave me a real solution, even though I said, hey, I've done this before, they still never gave me a solution. So when I was having all of these problems, I was like, you know what? I'm done with Zepeto. I don't know what to do. I'll probably come back when it works again. But for now, I'm kind of tired of coming back and having these issues. And I actually talked to Samu about it like way long ago. And we talked about how like I couldn't keep going from device to device to device to device to keep trying to upload one video. And so I was already on my way out, but I was going to come back. But this is an important point. In the past, I've had issues with people on Zepeto, but I've never had an issue with Zepeto. In the past, people would write extremely racist comments, and Zepeto wouldn't do as much as I would have liked in those situations. But I thought, you know what, I still like the people on here, so I am cool with being here. Now, I will not say that Zepeto is a racist company. Actually, Naver. I wouldn't say Naver is a racist company, but they are definitely complicit in racism. I am going to say that, and I will say it with my whole chest. It's not defamation, it's just facts. They are 100% complicit in racist behavior. And another issue I've had with Zepeto since day one, if you followed me for a long time, you've seen these posts. You guys remembered when I was in that, what do you call those? The overalls, and I was posting it every day. Zepeto does not put enough regulation for minors. I feel that strongly. I would never back up on that. I will never let up on that. Zepeto could ban me and I wouldn't care. I think there should be more regulation on minors. That's my opinion. Actually, no, it's a fact. I've gotten DMs from kids, literal kids, who have told me they would share nude pictures of themselves if I gave them Zems. I'm telling you right now, there needs to be more moderation on that. Also, I've always been cautious when it comes to the creator program. I've always felt like it was going to create a separation, which it did. I felt like Zepeto was just going to make bank on a bunch of people who deserve better, which they did. And I feel like it turned out exactly how I thought it would, and it wasn't the way I would have liked. Also, at the end of the day, on Zepeto, I just never felt like I belonged. I felt like my content was a lot of times pushed to the side. I always felt like people have often treated me as if I'm a second choice, and no. But in all honesty, I just didn't feel like I belonged on Zepeto. I just didn't feel like my place was there. I didn't feel like I just didn't feel like I was who I needed to be on there. That's how I would say it. Now, the reason I will never go back again, I've never had a problem with Zepeto before, but this is a problem directly with Zepeto and their staff and Naver, the whole shebang. I'm very disappointed with how things have turned out. I do not want to be silent about it anymore, although I've never really been silent about it. Whenever I see an issue on Zepeto, rather than making it a public post, a lot of times, if you see me make a public post, that means I've gone to the help desk 100 times already. I do not believe in performance as activism. I think if you're an activist and you believe in something, it shouldn't be a performance. It should not be a whole idea of, for example, in the past I've seen people who have been like, there isn't enough love for X creators, no matter with ethnicity, whichever diverse group you're from, and their caption isn't, hey, you should follow more diverse people. It's, hey, follow me and my friends. Even though I'm saying these are random people who are associated with this group that I'm in, these are all happen to be my friends, and I happen to be in this group. That right there is too much for me. I'm not saying you can't say follow me, but I don't like how people use activism for their own promotion purposes. That I find very, very disturbing. I also feel that I had no room for growth for me personally. You see, on Zepeto, I've always had the mindset that I'm just going to make whatever I want, how I want, and I really don't care. As you guys have noticed, my Zepeto is a mess. You'll go on some other Zepeto editors, for example, and all you'll see is drawings. People make videos, all you'll see is videos, and for me, I'm just going to post what I want today. I have no schedule. I have no affiliations. I just make what I want, when I want, how I want. And overall, I'm just done with it. You see, in the past, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, so I won't be too specific. I know that Zepeto specifically does not have interest in my page. I will put it that way. That's it. And to be fair, it's their prerogative. If they don't like how my avatar looks, if they don't like how I post, if they don't like how my art looks, if they don't like how my videos are, I am totally 100% fine with that. But I can't ignore it. Now, as for my advice, let me go back. So, one of the main reasons, what was the catalyst recently, was that Zepeto and their complicitness. It was that one of the issues is that Zepeto in the past, actually recently, actually right now, have supported and promoted people who are extremely racist, extremely homophobic, people who have solicited minors, and continue to support these people, and were forced to remove these people despite the fact that these are illegal actions, and all of these are related to the issues that people have had with the platform from the very beginning. I refuse to be a part of that personally. Now, my advice: if you want to use the app, that's your prerogative. I'm not telling anyone don't open Zepeto, don't download Zepeto. I think it's your business. I think you should enjoy what you enjoy. And that's just it. It is a fun app. I love the design for it. I love the characters. I love the creators. And all I have to say is just don't fly too close to staff or the creator program. Do not make the creator program your priority. Do not make being verified your priority, because I can tell you right now, the path there is not going to be great. Now, before I leave, I do want to thank some people for how they have helped me. Now, these aren't just my friends. I have many friends on Zepeto, and I love all of you, but these are people who have been integral to my growth, my development, how I view my own content. It's very important that I mention these people. Number one, no competition. Brooklyn Bizom has been there with me from the very start. We talked about everything under the sun. We've always talked. She's a very, very kind, sweet person. If she ever slides into your DMs, be very happy about it. She's very cool. She's very sweet. And if it wasn't for her, I don't know where I'd be right now. Also, Mean Girls or Snackables, 100% supportive, so supportive, and I really appreciate her, because if it wasn't for her, I would have never gotten any traction to begin with. Coco, who is a friend of hers, also absolutely amazing. Love Coco. Coco's so freaking fun. It's so funny because Coco especially, I've always felt very interested in her, because her content you'll watch is like, this is cool, she doesn't really smile on her Zepeto, but she's so funny, and it's like, girl, show yourself, show us how funny you are, jeez. And then of course, Jess, when I had 100 followers, 200 followers, Jess was there 100% with me. She has never stepped back, always been there for me. Black, you're amazing. We've made a lot of cool things together, and I love you, and I'm so sorry I had to leave my Instagram the way I did. If you comment here, or if you can contact me, I will give you my information. I love you. If you have a Discord, let me know. And then on top of that, Tulip, thank you so much for your class. I've learned so much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know how to do anything. I really appreciate it. Bimo, Perfect Body, we became friends, and I love that we're friends. You're amazing, and I love you. And then, of course, Bano, I wish we could have made our collaboration. I really do. I'm so sorry, but I just couldn't stay, and I'm so sorry if I hurt you in the process. And of course, thank you for inviting me to ZZG. It's been fun talking to Samu, talking to everyone. Lauren, love you, Lauren. Everyone, you guys are the best. Love you guys so much. And thank you guys so much for supporting me. Anyone who has ever opened my page, liked one of my posts, shared one of my posts, if you left a comment, positive or negative, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for being there with me throughout the entire journey, and I hope you guys still support my journey on Sims. Jeez, I'm kidding, but I really do appreciate it. I am no longer doing art. I am doodling these days, but I won't be doing art probably ever again, unfortunately. But I've had a great experience up until now. Thank you guys so much for everything that you've done. You guys all have an amazing, amazing year, amazing life. Thank you.